Your standards are just too high. I'm a 30-year-old single black female prioritizing gut health and protein intake. I can squat 250. I've written 2 books and speak 3 different languages. In the last 6 months alone, I've created 4 different applications and 2 different programs across the iOS platform. Not to mention, I started diversifying my financial portfolio at 23.
I'm here to tell you right now, we don't care. Let me tell you, we don't care.
You don't need to stop doing this. Most men don't care about your accomplishments. We care more about our women being able to cook, clean.
Your standards are just too high. I'm a 30-year-old single black female prioritizing gut health and protein intake. I can squat 250. I've written 2 books and speak 3 different languages. In the last 6 months alone, I've created 4 different applications and 2 different programs across the iOS platform. Not to mention, I started diversifying my financial portfolio at 23.
I'm here to tell you right now, we don't care. Let me tell you, we don't care.
Your standards.
Shalom. I want to give all praises, glory, honor, and power that is due to Yahweh, by Shemi Awashah, by Shem Kakadash. Double honors to the elders and apostles at Great Millstone. Those who real well and who I learned this truth from. Salutation to the brothers stiffly pushing this one truth. In all sincerity and diligence, risking both their lives and freedoms to do so. Shalom to the rest of the elect as we all await the second Exodus coming quickly by the hands of Lord Yahweh Shah. This is your brother Kakabar. All right, we got another lesson, going into, Keisha. The so-called black woman ultimately being compromised by this system, all right? And in this lesson, really what I want to touch on is the fact that, you women, you need to be building a resume, all right, on to get delivered during Jacob's trouble, all right? You really need to be, building up a resume, on how a man of the Lord is going to want to deal with your ass during these times ahead, man. Because, and this is nothing new, but, time and time again, every time these black women especially, get to talking about, their accolades or whatever, it's never anything that deals with their character, right? It's never, I'm submissive, I'm a humble wife, I know how to cook, I know how to clean, I know how to shut the hell up when I need to, right? I'm nurturing, right? Modest. It's never those types of things, man. It's always something that a man would ultimately say, to a woman. Okay. And that's the problem with a majority of these women, not just Keisha, but, they lead with their career. Here you are telling me, I make X amount of money, right? I invested in this and, I own stocks. I can, I'm in real estate. Right. I have a PhD, X, Y, Z. And it's like, all right, bro. It's like, cool, bro. Like, are you one of the homies or like, because we don't give a damn, man. You know what I'm saying? And that's the problem. Majority of you females, man. She says she's 30. I mean, you don't have too much longer. You know what I'm saying? To find a suitable man and settle your ass down somewhere, man. But that's what happens with you hoes. You prioritize your career, chasing a bag. And ultimately, becoming that boss chick to where by the time it's time for you to, when you finally ready to settle down, nobody wants you. Yeah, she says she squat 250 and she prioritizes gut health, which is nothing wrong with being healthy. But I mean, at the end of the day, time is not on your side, man. You know what I'm saying? Scriptures tell you that beauty is fleeting. Okay, you know what I'm saying? You women, you born with, certain beauty. All right, and a majority of you wasted, you know what I'm saying, in your teens and your 20s, you know what I'm saying, just racking up mileage, right? But by the time you're ready to settle down, you older, you more set in your fucking pernicious ways, right? Can't nobody tell you nothing. You ran through, more than likely overweight, and it's like by that time nobody wants your ass, man. But ultimately, man, really I want to touch on is just, these women always come with these accolades and I got this, a PhD, I'm this, I'm that. It's like, well, really, none of that shit's going to save your ass in these days ahead, man. And not only that, you can see the spirit has shifted in the air to where majority of men is not even really caring to deal with you women, man. Yeah, of course, niggas going to want to get their rocks off and whatnot here and there. But as far as taking you whole seriously, being in a relationship, settling down, it just don't work, man. You know what I'm saying? I tell hoes all the time, it's like, man, I accept the terms, of living in this 21st century, man. And meaning, we know what that comes with. We know how these hoes think. We know how they operate. You know, they're on all the day naps. You know what I'm saying? They all out in all the clubs. They got this boss chick mentality. They walk around with the fucking penis envy. You know, so it's really, they don't have anything to offer you, man. Here they are trying to build up the similar resume to you, you know, as a man, you know what I'm saying? You trying to be that provider, you know what I'm saying? And you know, I do this and, you know, I X, Y, and Z. And here they are trying to compete with you. You know what I'm saying? We don't want to compete with our woman, man. But that's why a lot of you are not women. You're a female, man. We don't want to compete with you hoes, you know, and that's the mentality they have, is that they're in competition with us, man. And it's disgusting, because it's like, here you are supposed to compliment me. You know what I'm saying? You supposed to be my, you know, my other half, and you sitting there trying to fucking be on my level, bitch. It's like, it just don't work like that, man. And the point being of this is that all of these accolades you have, you might have a PhD, you might make six figures, you might be invested in stocks. I think she said she made some apps or whatever the hell she said. Nobody gives a shit about. But all of these things are not going to get your ass through Jacob's trouble, man. That's not how you're going to be saved. How you're going to be saved, all right, and if you're the elect, if you're an elect woman, it's for childbearing. You're going to be saved for childbearing, man. And that's if you even meet certain prerequisites. You got to meet certain qualities, man, which a lot of you, majority of you black women, you're not going to meet them. You know what I'm saying? And I'm not mentioning the other nations, you know, because ultimately salvation is for you Israelites. You know, you black women, you Native American women, you Latino women, you Cubans, you Puerto Rican women. Speaking to all of y'all, man. You know what I'm saying? Because at the end of the day, all of your accolades that you've acquired in this white man society, you know, it's really, hey, they coming down on your ass with this whole DEI shit, you know, and coming after all of that governmental aid, right? This devil gonna show you he's the devil. He really ain't with you black women, man. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, y'all being that couple from hell that's being put in hell on Jake, but y'all both falling together. And with Esau falling out of power, you black bitches, man, you falling off that high horse as well. And the only thing y'all gonna be able to present to us in Jacob's trouble is what? Nothing, man. You know what I'm saying? Because that's that used up box. You know what I'm saying? And then all of your PhDs and everything you got, what the fuck is that gonna do for your ass in these days ahead, man? Nothing. See, y'all been prioritizing the wrong thing. You've had men constantly for years trying to tell you little bitches, man, hey, look, woo-woo-woo, but no, y'all never listen, man. All right, let me grab a scripture real quick. This is 1 Timothy 2. I'm just going to jump to the point. Verse 13, it says, "For the Most High made Adam first, and afterward he made Eve, and it was not Adam who was deceived by Satan. The woman was deceived, and sin was the result. But women will be saved through childbearing." See? Assuming they continue to live in faith, which this woman ain't in the faith. If anything, she's probably a Christian. You know, we know how them bitches is. You know what I'm saying? You know, and I don't know. She might not be a Christian. I don't know what the hell she is, man. I don't really care. It says, assuming they continue to live in faith, love, holiness, and modesty. Which modesty, I mean, you can check off fucking 66% of these hoes because they're never living that. And not only that, they're not holy. Holy means being set apart, man. You know, holy, you know, being in the faith, which that's something majority of these women can't, they can't boast about that. You know, these women, you rarely do you hear them boast about being modest, right? Being in the faith, being a keeper at home, being a lover of their own husbands, you know, being a silent and loving woman. See, in Proverbs 31 type of woman, they don't boast about that, man. Anytime you talk to these hoes, it's always about, oh, well, I got this and I'm that and it's like, bitch, okay, cool, bro. Like, okay, cool, my guy. Like, we don't give a damn, man. You know, it's really, and it's just annoying as hell because when all hell breaks loose, you women aren't going to have anything to offer the men of the Lord. You know, you're going to, hey, it's going to be bad, man, because, you know, our brothers speak on it all the time, man. And I, you know, I can speak for myself. You know, you may be a bad little chick. You may be one of them little cute bitches that, you know, motherfuckers that we seen on IG. You know, you was looking all good on IG. shit, bitch, and when all hell break loose, your ass gonna be humbled because hey, you gonna be dealing with the lack of running water. Ain't gonna be able to go and fucking get your hair done, your nails done, keep up with your maintenance. So a lot of y'all gonna really be below average, if I'm being real. You know what I'm saying? And not only that, hey, just because you got a box, shit, so do the rest of these 100 hoes that's trying to gain that protection, you know what I'm saying, from a man of the Lord. The rest of these hoes that's scared and don't know what the hell is going on, like some chicken heads, because they're scared as shit of what's taking place on the earth. We ain't gonna have nothing to say to your ass, man. You got a box like every other bitch, you see, and if you women had prioritized, like some of the qualities I mentioned earlier, that character growth, and trying to actually be a woman of Yahweh Shemal Shah, and hey, you be able to make it, man. You be able to be saved in childbearing. But we're not just gonna stick our rod in you and claim you to be one of ours just because you got a nice body on you. And show as hell not because of what the fuck you've acquired in this white man system that's literally crashing. You see? So, that's really the point. I didn't want this to be too long, man, because you women, you prioritize the wrong things. Instead of speaking about your character growth and how you've healed, right, from your past relationship, how you've learned, how you've held yourself accountable, when you went wrong, right? When you were in an argument and you realized you were the problem, it's never those things that get brought up. It's always the masculine traits, right? I'll make six figures. I can do this. I push. I, can change the time. Like, bitch, we don't give a damn. It was like we speaking to one of the homies or some shit. But you women, you don't get it, man. You know what I'm saying? You just don't get it. But, ultimately the point is that the traits, the qualities that you women should be bragging and boasting about, that are going to make you desirable when all hell breaks loose, all right, are those that are within the scriptures, man. A certain type of woman is going to be saved, man. A majority of you women, all right, are not. You black women are not, because you're completely undesirable, man. 100% undesirable. When I hear bitches speak like this, it's just, I just view you as a nigga. And I view you as a man, because that's all I hear is, I got a company, I got a business, blah. And I'm just waiting. These hoes will talk for 3 minutes straight, and I'm waiting for her to say, I'm modest, I'm humble, I'm, loving, and I won't do this and that. That shit don't ever come out. It's just always the masculine shit, man. But hey, y'all gonna have to live with that, man, and that's really the point. Y'all gonna have to live with all that. See how well your PhDs and the little apps you created. Let's see how well that shit saves your ass, man. But that's it on that. I don't want it to be too long. I'm gonna close out and give all praises to Yahweh Shemal Shah. And for the few sisters that's trying their best to do the right thing, hey, man, just keep it up. Keep trying to develop those qualities, man, because that's one thing about this truth, this awakening, is that this is not just designed for the men. Though the men are the teachers, the prophets, the ones, the leaders, you women got to get in order, man, and continuing to, prioritize, ultimately these masculine traits is you're just highly undesirable. And you can say, well, I don't want a man, I don't need a man, and all this bullshit all you want. That energy will not be maintained when all hell breaks loose, man. But the reality of the matter is that you're going to have to maintain it, because brothers is not going to be dealing with you hoes. Shit, even an average ass nigga, really, outside of these simps, which they're not going to last. But even an average ass, the Tyrone and Joes, they ain't even going to be dealing with you hoes, man. Just because, hey, men are fed up with this mindset, this narrative you women push. So, hey, get ready to just deal with it. All right. But hey, that's it on that. I'm going to give all praises to Yahweh Shemal Shah, DTA Wababa Ball. Shalom.